Welcome to Beyond the Lunk. And yeah, it was so very nice to have you here, Heleen and Rosalie. You are the creators of Lumi. And well, I think that it's better if you introduce yourself.
I'm Heleen. Yeah, I started Lumi with Rose in September last year. And yeah, it's been a really amazing journey. We actually met each other in a house in Amsterdam when I moved there in 2021, I think it was. So we've known each other for like 5 years now. And yeah, our friendship has it started off as housemates and it's just flourished into this beautiful friendship and now started a business together. So yeah, it's been great.
Nice.
So my name is Rosalie. Teach Pilates classes, reformer Pilates classes, and besides of that, I work together with Heleen on Lumi, and yes, every day really blessed for working together as such good friends. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. My pleasure. Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to, yeah, understand a bit more about Lumi, what it is, what do you do, and what is your focus?
So Lumi, kind of, we kind of set it up as we both really have a passion for the health and wellness space. I have a background in actually being a nurse, and we both share a passion for our personal health, our well-being, our physical, mental, spiritual well-being, and we've always kind of bonded over that in our friendship as well, and it brought us closer together as people. And I think we both have an ambitious mindset. We believe the sky is the limit, and you can just
Even further.
there is no limit, it's limitless. And you can create your own reality through your own choices in life. And I mean, we literally looked this up the other day, but we have started talking about setting up our own business for 3 years now. So it's been a long journey of figuring out what it looked like and what we wanted to do, and talking about dreams and passions and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lumi was kind of naturally born in one evening, where we kind of like put our heads together after I came back traveling for a year in Australia. We came back together and we kind of saw this vision of, we both share this passion for health and wellness. We should do something in this space. And then Lumi kind of got started from there. And so we create content at the moment for businesses in health and wellness. So we meet people in that niche, and that's kind of what we've been doing so far. But yeah, loads of other things going on behind the scenes as well. But that's kind of how Lumi was created. Do you have anything?
Yeah, well, I think the fact that you say that we actually almost are kind of working 3 years together, like Lumi is started in like last year, but we have done like a lot of forward, like I studied, so I have a background in photography and design, but none of us had like really experience with entrepreneurship. So these things are all these things you have to learn. We really learned it through the years, by trying things and reading things and yeah, all kind of experiences.
How do you cope with the beginning? You have this new project that you're studying with your friend. As you said, you don't have like this experience on business or like, yeah, new business. But yeah, how did you and how are you coping with the beginning of Lumi?
It starts with dreaming and that you dare to dream. I think it's really important. And with us, it started by sharing our dreams together. to each other, and for this you have to be comfortable enough, you have to trust each other, and without any judgment. I think that's very important. And this is going very well until today. Like, I think until today, every day, um, as I can say, both personal and for Lumi, we really try to reflect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this is our dream. What do we need to get there? And how can we support each other in that? And yeah, for this we also like come together a lot to reflect on our vision, but again and again, because it changes all the time, because we change as a person as well, and we want to, as I can say that for both of us, like we want to be aligned with what's come from inside, from our heart,
Yeah.
with every move we make. For me, that's personal, but also for Louis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I agree. And I think we both love to go out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
we don't let fear stand in the way. So even from the start we were just, because it comes from our heart, we're so aligned with that choice, what you said as well. Like you're backing yourself 100%, we're backing each other 100%. So when the first time when it was just set up, we just went to a company to pitch it for the first time, and we just both went in with the same mindset of we've got nothing to lose. Like we back this, so we're just gonna radiate that to the person in front of us, and that's what we did. I feel like that's gonna.
That feeling we had after that was amazing. Like
Yeah.
I got such adrenaline and like a flow of it was amazing.
Can you tell the story?
Yeah.
Is it shareable?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, sure.
we met up one day and we were just brainstorming about places or companies we wanted to reach out to for Lumi, and then we found one, and you were like, oh, I can actually see that the actual shop is near, so why don't we just go there in person? So we went there and we just asked for the person who was responsible for marketing and stuff, and then we just pitched Lumi in the shop, which was, yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking but also fun, because yeah, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, with you're just backing yourself with the whole idea. And then later that day we did it to another place, so we did our research a little bit and we were like, okay, we're just gonna pitch Lumi and we're gonna ask about this event they're doing next week or the week after, and they want us, like manifestation throughout the whole process. And then yeah, we got the manager's card at the end of the pitch and the conversation, and then they ended up being the first company that we did some work for. So
it went all so quick, like way quicker than sending an email and maybe waiting. Maybe you get a response, maybe not. So you have more the control, and it makes it way more fun. Like,
yeah,
you're not. I think we try to work in this flow more times, because like you're not all the time in your laptop.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to sometimes have some like contact with in person. You get more energy from it.
Yeah, I totally get it. And I also think that when you are so passionate about what you do, having different selves of expressing it, it's always going to be more powerful. Because an email, you can write the most beautiful email in the world, but still, it's an email.
yeah,
And you receive so many emails during the day, and you have to sit and read it to really be there.
yeah,
While when two girls appear in a shop and tell me, like, hey, I want to talk to you
yeah,
about what I love, that has no price. And also the chances are much bigger because this guy or this girl, they have already seen you talking. They have already seen you. Hey, no, we want this, and this is why we are coming on a random day to your store to pitch it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that has so much power and so much. Yeah, it's very brave. Like I loved what you said on, yeah, that you like to be out of your comfort zone. And I agree that it's the way of growing, it's the way of learning. Hello. And it's the, yeah, being comfortable with unconformity. I don't
Yeah.
know if that was a good word. It's yeah, that's where you have the chances of growing, and then it's actually reality,
Yeah.
because you are never going to always be on your comfort zone. That's, yeah, I mean, I don't know, that is to me, and I think that to you guys it's not a life worth living.
No, absolutely not.
What I hear, I see a lot of, or I perceive a lot of support and understanding from one to each other and growing together. How is it working with a friend?
I would say for us it's been a great journey, but also definitely with um, the healthy obstacles along the way. Like you, as I said earlier, we started off as housemates, then we kind of like really grew towards each other, built this friendship. We've been working on and dreaming about starting a business for 3 years. So I feel like we had a really strong base. We have a really strong base where we kind of build upon. Um, and also, you are going to come across things that you can't foresee. So, just small things of like being in a business together, um, like distributing the tasks that are happening, how to work efficiently together, how to communicate best, what communication form do you use, how many meetings do we have, how do we do our evaluation, our feedback, like all those things you don't really do in a friendship because that's not really part of the friendship. Um, so I think that's been just what Rose said as well, like evaluating over and over again how to kind of work best together. What's her working style? What's my working style? How do we combine it together? Um, yeah, that's been, but I feel like we've always kind of taken it with both hands to learn. Like we always want to make it work best for both of us. And I think because that's the baseline for both of us, we make it work.
Mm.
So yeah, it's never been a challenge in a way of, oh, this is never going, like it's just always confirmed, hey, we've worked through this, we're growing and we're growing, and this is just, yeah, it's got so much potential. So yeah.
What would you say it's from each other, like the biggest strength that bring to the team, and that at the same time support the other one?
Um, I think you are very disciplined. Um, Also, you are very good in communicating. You are calm, um, smart. um, but yes, I think these values is something that really,
Mhm.
yeah, is I don't know how to say it in English. Yes, but
Nice. um I would say about you that you're very creative, out of the box thinker, um, with a bit of adventure there, and likes to challenge. You don't just accept something that people always say to you, you always try to challenge it in a way, in a fair way. Um, I like that about you, and yeah, you have a positive mindset. You're ambitious.
It's a lot of strength,
Yeah,
like from both of you. I love it. And I like asking this question because it's always like, hey, how do you, these strengths is what complement you in this case. And yeah, how do you bring power to each other? And the day, this is like every relationship, right? Not everybody is on 100% every day. So the day that one is on a 40%, the other one has to be on a 60%. And I feel that knowing what are the strengths of the people around you also give you that safe or security that someone is there to support you. And more being also like you being friends, it's also like on top of everything. So yeah, I love it. I love like also the relationship. I see like so much uh union and like cohesion between both of you. It's
Thank
like,
you.
of course. I feel that you work well. Also like me as a marketeer, I can also see it from I'm there, and I see that the environment and the yeah competition right now is fierce for content, and it's fierce for getting the attention, not much on quality anymore, or on the quality of the content or on the quality of the context, but it's more on the I get your attention, and if for that I have to, I don't know, jump in front of a car, I will do it. How do you work around it or through it? And how do you also communicate it to your clients?
Yeah, so I think like we have our values for Lumi, and we have a vision, and I think we always try to think in a long term. So with every decision we make, we really think like, okay, does this really aligns with our values? Does this aligns with us? Does this feels right? And then we decide, okay, yes, we do this, and we also say no a lot of times. So we, yeah, most of the times we really go for long-term things, and um, also when you, I think when you look to our aesthetically wise, we really try to, um, it has to fit with Lumi as well, like calm, authentic, pure.
Hmm.
So these are things that, yeah, we really look to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your vision and your values for Lumi?
Yeah, you mentioned the values already a little bit, but it's mostly authenticity, natural, calmness, grounded, um, alignment, also visually aesthetic. Missing any confidence, empowering, feminine. Um, what was your second question?
The vision. What's the vision for Lumi?
Um, I mean, Rose said this earlier as well. We started off with a vision in September, and it keeps kind of evolving all the time. It keeps changing because we change as people. So right now, I mean, the long term vision is to keep growing and growing and growing. Sky's limitless, so that's the plan. And probably also, well, maybe in a different shape. What Lumi will look like, what we will do within Lumi. Like we're really kind of reflecting all the time. Is this what makes us the happiest? Is this aligning with our values? What we want to achieve in life? Is this making us feel best? That's kind of what we're going from. And from that are also growing new ideas what we could do. So we're working out different kind of plans for that as well. But yeah, it sounds a bit vague now. But
Yeah, no, I think like what you mean also like with the growing part, like, you know, it's I think it's something which means more like that we can grow, like we keep going out of our comfort zone, and through Lumi we have the space to do that.
Yeah.
So, and to do that together. So um, yeah, it's something that stays like truly with us.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I think that also because you are starting, literally the sky's the limit. And now you are starting on one way and like selecting this type of companies and doing this type of services. And maybe in 6 months you're doing something totally different. Like I also see it for myself. Like I also started working on my project in September, and then I started launching, publishing content in December. And now you look at my feed and it's like this is three different people or four different
Yeah.
people doing things because I go. I also get like very self-conscious. So then I start publishing on one side and it's like shit, no, no, this is not for me, this is not what I want to do, I look terrible, or not like me, but what I'm doing. And there are all the times I was like, you know what, let's just do it, let's just publish it and we'll see how it goes. But I also, what I want to get to the point is that I have changed different things since I started. And of course, it's not my main source, it's not my main company, but like my main, yeah, money creator.
Yeah.
But still, it's evolving. So I understand that for you, it's even like more power because you are putting much more effort on it and much more time. And in the end, it's your, yeah.
Yeah, and I think in whatever direction we will move, I think we always like maybe that comes back on the vision. Like Lumi has a vision. Like it's we really want to bring people together, but also not only together, but also back to themselves. So
I love
we
it.
really want to feel people confident, but confident through connecting with themselves again, giving themselves some time, um, and that it's will be more like natural, you know, that it's um, because yeah, only it's maybe 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Then yeah, why you should not give that to yourself? I think it's very important, and in the industry we are working, people are doing that. So on the events we are going, people are giving that to themselves. So I think in the future, in what way we will move, like we will stick to that value probably.
Yeah.
If yeah,
Yeah.
I say it right.
And I feel like anything you do from your heart, which is what we're doing, and staying authentic, it can change shape, it can look different, but it will always be from that place.
Yeah,
And that will be what's right.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree. And yeah, we will always kind of, the values won't change. So that will kind of, whatever what we do or what we create will still be of power.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
How do you feel your self expression and your style connects with yourselves and with Lumi?
Um, I can really tell the difference in when I'm putting effort in certain things, how it makes me feel. So it will always come from within, but I do love to express myself. I love gold jewelry, so I have a lot of bracelets and rings, and I love wearing earrings. And jewelry always kind of like makes me just feel good, and make it's part of me and part of my expression. Um, I also can kind of see, like looking back at versions of myself, the way I would dress, for example, looks different. So I've been through a phase where I used to wear lots of color, bright colors, but I don't really wear that too much anymore. Like this is, I mean,
I see, like you are also very matching today.
turned up like
Yeah.
this without discussing, so that was interesting.
How dare you?
But yeah, I do love neutral tones and feeling comfortable, but it makes me feel confident as well. But also, I want to say that when I lived in Australia for a year, being in a different environment also um, changed my way of dressing as well. So it's a different culture. It's on the other side of the world. I mean, the season was obviously summer all the time, so I was wearing more summery clothes. But it's very different to city.
Yeah.
So I could also see myself kind of readjusting when I came back, and I was like still wearing my linen stuff and my tanks from Australia, and I was like, this kind of feels weird in Amsterdam right
Yeah.
now. So that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, I get it. Totally get it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, to get back on the like coast and city part. I grew up on the island and I used to bike a lot, so my hair was in the wind all day, and um, I was a lot in nature, and so I couldn't like style my hair and do like a nice blowout and that it would like be good all day. So I grew up with like very natural way of wearing my hair, but also dressing. Like I couldn't wear heels that much, that kind of. And then when I moved to the city, I think for some years for example, I was wearing a lot of heels. I was wearing like makeup every day, and also had a period that I styled my hair as well a lot. I think I just came back from Nicaragua and Costa Rica, and I think I really needed the time because it brought me back to the island life and nature, and again the wind and the sea, and it feels like very natural. It feels really me, and feeling really close to myself, also to yeah, me as a little girl. It Yeah, I don't know, that I'm more free and more free to move. For example, if it starts raining, I can just think, oh yeah, nice, the rain, and
Yeah.
not, oh no, my makeup or my hair. So I don't know, it feels more like, yeah, to me as a little girl. And as I said, I teach Pilates, so I wear a lot of gym wear as well.
Yeah.
Most of the time, actually, and yeah, it's the best to wear.
Second
It's so
skin.
comfortable.
Yeah.
But I also like to dress up sometimes as well, to
Yeah.
keep it a bit in balance.
Yeah, I think that that's also, I mean, I get you. And when you were saying it, I love how traveling to a new culture, to nature, totally, suddenly you are able to reconnect with yourself
Yeah,
in a totally different new place.
yeah,
Yeah. You don't. You kind of some time passes, and then what you said, you look in the mirror and you're like, "Whoa, how did this happen?" Like my entire backpack was different clothes in it.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't bring this here.
Yeah.
How did that happen? But they also say, right, you don't like fall in love with the place, but you fall in love with the person you've become there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really feel that for Australia, and
yeah.
it showed in the way I was dressing as well. I was just natural.
You're free.
In nature.
Way more free.
Yeah.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I also love the city, but I know that that's also because you can achieve things here, and that's more like almost the masculine side of things.
Yeah.
And then my femininity is just blossoming in nature.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
It's much more wild and it's much more powerful on that sense.
Yeah.
Do you connect when you are working with yeah on your day to day with Lumi, do you normally connect more with women, or is it kind of 50-50 with men and women?
I would say women.
Yeah.
Most of them. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can see it also like the the project itself is very feminine
Yeah.
and very raw, and I think that that also kind of attracts. And for good or for bad, I think that this kind of health that you're talking about, it's also very feminine. They're coming
Yeah.
back, slowing down.
Yeah.
It's like when you realize, like, whoa, I have to take care of that side as well.
Yeah. At the same time, also with saying that, I feel like we want to invite men to do the same as well.
Yeah.
It is, it has attracted like feminine energy more up to this point, but we've also had questions of men kind of being interested a little bit, and they're like, oh, what do you do? And
Yeah.
they are interested.
Yeah.
I do feel like it could be there could be a real power for men to slow down as well.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. It's
But it's less safe for them almost to be in that space.
yeah. But if you put it the other way around, for women, it also doesn't feel natural to be on a men's world, and that's what we've doing for the last forever, and still do it a lot. Like you go to a normal corp, and the energy in general is very masculine. Step by step, we are trying to slow things down, but when you are on a team surrounded by men, you feel it. You don't feel like on your own skin many times. Yeah, I guess that has happened to you as well, but it feels weird, which I'm not saying that because we have been adapted to them they have to adapt to us. Everybody is their own person, but it's always good that both men and women have a balance of feminine and masculine energy to being able to.
Yeah. I think like you don't need to slow down like every time, you know, like
Exactly.
or at work, like of course you need like the energy and the motivation,
Yeah.
and sometimes you need to go fast.
Indeed.
But I think it's so important to slow down like in between. So when you go fast and when you on it, that you move from the right intentions. And you, I think like my experience, I only come at my right intentions if I slow down.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
Yeah.
it's interesting for
Yeah.
men as well.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, indeed.
Yeah.
What would you say that it's the biggest learning that you've got since you started Lumi? If you had to share one learning.
There are
Say
most.
four?
I feel like there are loads of things. Um, I feel like, but this was almost a confirmation of on the other side of fear, and stepping out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. And I just encourage everyone to do the same. I feel like you always have a choice. That's kind of what we've proven to ourselves and what I live by personally. You always have a choice to change your life around. Like there's no one holding you back from doing that. So I feel like there's so much power in that, and there's so much magic on the other side. If you just sit there and accept your situation, and you settle for the average or whatever you're dealing with, that's a choice. Like not making a choice is a choice as well. So yeah. So it kind of goes with Lumi. I feel like Lumi has been teaching me things, but it's integrated with personal growth as well. So it kind of, yeah, comes together.
I think also a good lesson will be like that there's not only one path to your destination. Like sometimes if you start something, you think about it like da, 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 and then you are there. So you see like your whole vision, and that's good because you need that as well. But sometimes things changes and it doesn't go directly in the way you thought it was gonna be. So it's very important that you trust on your vision, and it will go in one, like maybe 10 different ways, but in the end it will lead to it. And I think we had it sometimes already. um, but I think it's always a challenge to sometimes. It's always good to have control, but it's also good sometimes to just take your hands off some things, and then it will just lead you where it has to be. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, that's, yeah, I agree.
Things happen, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
sometimes you put pressure and it has to be now,
Yeah,
and whatever it has to happen
yeah,
just happens, and
yeah,
just,
yeah,
yeah, that's think a very big learning that you realize when you start creating
yeah,
something and you think that progress is just going to be like,
yeah,
and then one day you're here and the next day you're here, and yeah, gaining 3 followers gets you 6 weeks, and like, how,
yeah,
what am I doing wrong?
yeah,
And you have to just like rethink what you're doing and how you do it and to whom you are doing it
yeah.
many times.
Yeah, I
So,
always also sometimes say like it has to be fun.
and that's the most
So
important
yeah,
thing, something that gives you energy
yeah,
and that
yeah,
doesn't get it from you. I always have this example, like a moment that I was not feeling good at work at my 9 to 5, and I couldn't sleep, and it was just before I started with my own project, and I couldn't sleep. I would wake up with nightmares on, I haven't set a campaign properly, or I am over investing, I don't know, or what if, like, in the middle of the night. And then when I started with my own project, I couldn't sleep, but it was because of excitement. And it was
yeah,
because of like, oh my God, and I could do this and I could do that and I this project and the interviews. What if I start interviewing people about their projects and their passions? And I would sleep the same amount of hours, but the
it's so
reason
different.
why
Yeah,
I don't sleep,
yeah,
it's so different, and one of them gives me energy and the other one
yeah, and it
gets it
makes
from me.
sense. Like I experienced this as well, but it makes so much sense because the one is um, with the vision from someone else, and the other one it's
It's your
from your
own.
own vision. So
Aligned.
it's the reason you are here.
Yeah, yeah,
So it doesn't matter if you like, yeah, like making over hours for it.
exactly, exactly. You're gonna
Yeah,
make them like instantly. It's
yeah,
something
Yeah.
that it's your thing. It's not
Mhm.
even working.
Mhm.
It's you.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Nice. I'm going to ask you the last question that I ask to everybody, and it's, how would you introduce yourself?
Well, I would say Rosalie is a very spontaneous, um, very adventurous, energetic person who who has lots of love to give, and is willing to help, always sees the positive side in things.
I'm Elaine, and I'm a ambitious person with a positive mindset. I like to step out of my comfort zone. Um, I love to explore, meet new people. So yeah, I think that.
Thank you very much for being here today. It was lovely, and thank you for showing a bit more of yourselves and of Lumi. It was very, very nice. Of
Thank
course.
you.
Of course. Well,
Thank you.
we're done.